Know your genie. What is know your genie? So I would like to ask everybody, uh, first thing that everybody asks in the Zoom meeting is, am I audible? Because if I am not
able to hear,
Yes,
yes,
sir.
thank you. The second thing I want to know, do you know about Genie? Do you know what does Genie means? Have you heard the story of Aladdin? Yes, please. Can anybody
Yes,
answer
sir.
that?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
heard
Yes,
about it? You can please
Yes,
use
sir.
a chat box, because here we won't be able to hear everybody. So please write in the chat box if you have heard about that. What is Genie? A person or a thing that stays in the lamp and fulfill your wish. Anytime you go and see it, or you find anyone like that who can fulfill your wish, is a genie. We all know about Aladdin's story.
Sir, I think genes based on genes, this word form.
No genes form, sir. It is a kind of creature that can fulfill your wish anytime and anywhere where it is. So it is more like a thing, not just a gene. Or it, you can talk it, say it like a mother nature also, because anytime you have any problem with a mother nature, you ask mother nature, can I get this? And your wish get granted. We all get our wishes granted most of the time, but we don't know what exactly our wish is or was.
Heredity
And
habits.
most of the time when it get, sorry, sir.
Heredity habits. Anybody else?
Sorry. Hello. Yeah. Maybe some confusion was there. I'm just saying that anytime your wish is getting fulfilled, you doesn't take it as a law of attraction, or you just take it as a coincidence that you were thinking and it just happened. It is not just a coincidence. Every time when something happens, it is what you want it to happen, or you are attracting it by some or the other way. As you have seen the movie, I guess, so you know what Genie has told Aladdin. Your wish is my command. Anything you wish will happen. Anything, any bit of thing that you can think you can get, I will get you. But obviously, I have limitations. I just have 3 wishes to be done, fulfilled by me. So this was the story of Aladdin. Today, I'm going to tell you about how you are already surrounded by so many genies in your life. You have so many genie around, but you still don't know how to ask them. You still have not fulfilled or taken up your all the wishes which were there with them. How you can justify and have all the wishes fulfilled by them, or already having done, but you have not realized yet. You must have heard about law of attraction from many people, many places, and in a many seminar. But what exactly is the law of attraction and how exactly it works? Today, I'm going to tell you about how that thing works, how you are supposed to have your genie help to you. First of all, I would like to clear some of the myths that we have in this concept of attracting a wish. First myth is whatever you wish will be fulfilled. It can be negative, it can be positive, so wish carefully, or it might impact others, or it might be impacting your life. Actually, it is not that true. The only thing that is independent of other living things, all the wishes that you make, which do not include other people with it, is tend to fulfill much faster or easier than those which are involving with the other people. Because whenever you wish, like I want to eat something, you have a small wish, you have a particular thing in your mind, and you want to eat it. Now you can get that thing from anyone. You're not asking about particular person to get it from for you. So you can get the thing from anyone. But what happens when you ask about certain person should get you something to eat? Now presence of that person is very much important during that wish. And when it doesn't get fulfilled, you might feel sad because that person was not there and your wish is not getting fulfilled. So anything and everything you wish, anything is possible. So do not worry that my wish can be harmful, my wish can be negative. Nature have its own concept about fulfilling your wish, and as soon as it endangered other people, they wish to get safe. So their wish will be also fulfilled by the nature at the same time. So do not worry how negative or positive your wish can be. Just that it should not affect other living things. Second myth we all have. We should plan and ask how to how you want to make a wish. It is not necessary. You do not have to plan a wish, but you should give a proper time to get it completed. If you want something and you want it very soon, very fast in your life, it doesn't happen that way. Or you might have a different option. Like if you want to ask for a baby in 2 months, it is not technically possible because it takes 9 months for a baby to come out. So you will get adoption choices rather than your own baby. Or you might feel that somebody else is offering you something that you don't want, but you have given only less time. You should have given a proper timeline for the wish fulfillment of your wish. So anything you wish doesn't require a plan for it, but yeah, the wish should be a proper one. Otherwise, you will end up like this guy. He prayed to the God, I want a trunk full of money in the room and the air conditioned room to sleep. And the God says, so be it. So immediately when he asked that, he became a watchman at an ATM center. He didn't wait, so he got this wish fulfilled instead of getting the trunks full of money in a palace. So how limited time you allot to your wish is matters. Every time you want something in your life or in your day-to-day activity, if you do not provide specific time to it, it have its own term and condition how to fulfill your wish. It takes exactly the word of yours from your mouth and fulfill it. For example, if you do not want to become greedy, if you tell that, yeah, I don't require so much money in my life just to fulfill my needs, so we get that much only, how much needs you have. So if you want to increase your lifestyle, increase your needs because you have asked only that much. Some old age people, those who wish that their kids or grandchildren should stay with them and do take care of them or do seva, like proper taking care of them, they are more tend to get diseases that make them bedridden because they ask themselves the same thing. You are asking them, God, to make them take care of you. So unless you are bedridden or having a disease that can cause you bedridden or such a way that others should have to take care of you, you can't get taken care by others. Your grandchildren or children will leave you. So when you ask such kind of thing, be aware what will happen to you. There's a small incident that happened to a girl. She was too shy to ask God that for a beautiful husband. So she asked the God, going to the temple, God, please give my mother a handsome son-in-law. Now she forgot that she have a younger sister too. So God said, so be it. Now the younger sister got the handsome guy because she asked my mother should get a handsome son-in-law. She didn't specify it should be for her. And her sister, who was standing next to her, listening to this, told God, okay, I am ready for that. So be aware what you are asking, be aware where you are asking. That is much more important. So the myth that says that you need to plan, you don't need to plan, but ask properly. If you are greedy about something, be it like be greedy. There's nothing wrong to be greedy about something you wish. Now, certain people have the myth that it works only for selected people with a clear mindset. If I don't have this knowledge, or I don't want to know, or I don't understand this knowledge, how will this happen to me? It happens to anyone and everyone at any time. You might have called it coincidence. Like before the session, I asked about the Sanskrit language. People have the notion that it's a language of God. Only priests should use it. Only temple people use it for puja and other purpose. It was a scientific language which says many things in a short span, in a small scale, and anybody could have used it. But we got a notion in our mind that it works only for certain group of people, Brahmins, and only they can communicate. But actually, it is not true. If you know the language, you can translate it yourself and ask directly. We also says the God hear each and every word of you, all the languages. So when he heard in all the language, then all the language is a God language, not just the Sanskrit. But it is helpful for you to understand the things. But still, we have in mind that it works for certain people only. I would like to share an incident of my own life with this, how it works. When I was about 7 year old, I was traveling with my grandfather, maternal grandfather, and my parents to a place in Rajasthan called Salasar. It was the month of June, so it was very sunny or heat that day in the Rajasthan. When I was traveling with him, my grandfather just asked me that if it rains a little, then the atmosphere will get a little cool and comfortable for us. Before that, I used to have a notion in my mind that my father used to tell me when it rains. So I got this thing in set, the mindset in my mind that whenever my father says it will rain. So I have a very much clear concept that if you want the rain to happen, just ask my father, it will done. Same thing I told to my grandfather that it's not a big deal. You can get the rain done. Just tell my father. He will make it happen. Now my grandfather was laughing at me like anything. He was saying that it doesn't happen that way. There's no single cloud in the sky. The sky is very much clear. It is heat everywhere. How can you make it happen? I just say you can ask. Just ask him now once. So he prepared a bet. We bet for my favorite dish is gulab jamun. So he said you should not eat that for a month. I was like, okay, fine. Let's make a bet. And if I won, you'll be feeding me today. Same thing. Now my father, who was listening all this, he was very much tensed. Like how exactly this can happen? I just used to get to know the details that it might rain today, and I used to play with him. Now he believes that it rained when I say. So we made a bet, my grandfather and I, and my father was sitting in the front seat, seeing the sky, which, and I told him, just give him a time, father, what time it will rain. So he said at 4 o'clock it will rain. That was 1 o'clock at that time. So when my father said that it will rain at 4, I was very much clear it will rain at 4. And he made it particular that I can't make it the rain happen to everywhere. So for the 5 minutes, is it okay? I said okay. And it will rain on the car. I said fine. He chose the time so that he thought that I might fell asleep by the time it is 4 o'clock. And for 5 minutes, as he said, so it can be manipulated. I must be sleeping. So later he can say that I was sleeping, it rained, and nobody cared about it. But because of the bet, I was very much excited. Even my grandfather was very much excited about the same bet. Now what happened? At 3:45, my grandfather teased me. Like, you are saying that it will rain. See, still no cloud is there. How it will rain? I was very much sure that it will rain, as my father said, at 4. So be patient, grandfather. Let's wait till 4 o'clock. If it doesn't rain, then I will lose the bet. Till then, I am very much sure it will rain. Still, the time passes. Exactly at 4 o'clock, a small cloud came over our car and poured rain for exactly 5 minutes straight on the path in which our car was going. And I was shouting with the happiness that, see, grandfather, the rain happened. I won the bet. So the law of attraction, or this kind of coincidences, which you call the coincidence, used to happen with me when I was 7 year old. You just need to be very focused and very much clear about what you want and should not think about how it happens. And the universe comes together to make that thing happen. As a quote from the Om Shanti of movie, किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो सारी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने में लग जाती है. The same thing happens with anyone and everyone. You might have gone towards a parking place a lot or a place in the market where you have gone before, and you remember a parking place in your mind that that parking place should be mine this time. Most of the time, you get the same spot reserved for you, and just 5 minutes after that, somebody comes and sees that no parking is available anymore, or he gets some other parking spot after 5 minutes, but you get only that spot. That is, my friend, is the law of attraction, which you have just experienced. It was not a coincidence. Now, the fourth myth, which everybody have in their mind: if I tell others, it will be not getting fulfilled. I might lose what I want to do. I might lose my idea will be gone to others, or somebody else will use it. Well, it doesn't happen that way. Most of the time, if you tell people, they are very much helpful to you to get it fulfilled. They might laugh at you once or twice, but if you are saying the same thing again and again in the light-minded people around you, the people you know, yeah, they are of the same wavelength as mine. They also think like I am thinking. They're the best people to get your things done. It happens to everybody most of the time that we think about certain idea in our mind about a startup or any new thing to be done, and later we regret seeing that somebody else has already started it and is very successful with it. So in spite of waiting for it to happen automatically, the more you tell people, the more it tends to happen faster. I personally believe that if you tell your wish to anyone you meet, any single person you meet, you never know when they can make the thing happen and be a best part of your life. Now comes the main part, important part. Know your genie. The today's topic and the most important part of the today's topic. I say everyone and anyone around you is your genie. If you do not believe that, let's try. First one, by birth, you get parents and relatives. By birth, you get parents and relatives for you as a genie. During your academic years, you get teachers and coaches as your genie. During your work, your colleagues, the partners you get, or the bosses you get, those are your genies. After your marriage, your spouse and in-laws are your genie. And throughout your life, your friends and your links, the people you meet, the contacts you establish are your genie. How? That's a very important point. From birth, when you just cry, just a simple cry, you get anything and everything taken care by your parents and guardians. How? When you are born, just newborn, you just cry for the food, you get the food. You just cry and you get your clothes changed if you have done something in your clothes. You will get anything and everything you want in your life just by a simple cry. You don't have to tell them what you want. They only come and offer you different things, different concept, different comfortable areas, just to make sure that your wish is getting fulfilled. You don't even have to tell them what exactly your wish was. Obviously, they might get some time to get to your wish because you're not told them, but it eventually get fulfilled. During your school time, teachers and coaches, they clear your concept, they clear your doubts, they teach you how to get something done when you don't know it. And sometimes they are so helpful, they can also make you clear your exams during the invigilations. But you need to be very lucky for that. Or you should have the focus in your mind that if something goes wrong, then somebody should be able to help. During your office or working place, your colleagues, your partners, they reduce your workload. They fulfill your wish if you ask them just one thing. Please take care about today work, man. I having a certain work or function at my house. So if you can make up for me, he's like, okay, this is the kind of wish. You don't have to be very much wishful like Thanos of the Avenger that I want the Infinity Stones and I want to wipe off half of the universe. You don't have to wish that much. Even if you wish that also, let me tell you, Infinity Stones are real, but you need 20 years of time to get your wish fulfilled. Because even Thanos took about 15 years to find them. Now, how your in-laws and relative spouse, they help you. Sometimes when you feel down in your life, your spouse supports you. They are there to celebrate your success. They are there to improve your standards. They are the people who mainly criticize you what you do and also improve you by saying all those things. Most of the time, the wife, the spouse, or the husband, if you are a working woman, and friends for anything and everything. Even the genie says in the Aladdin, you will never have a friend like me. So, friend are those genies which are able to complete your wish, your bucket list, just by saying them one word. Brother or friend, I have this wish list. Can I get it fulfilled? And they were like, okay, let's start from tomorrow morning. What big deal about that? Every single friend is like that in your life. If the friend is not able to fulfill, he will make sure somebody else comes in your life and fulfill it for you. So, my dear friends, now the bigger part comes. How does it work? How do you connect and get your genies? It's simple, mainly by telepathy. It is a pure science. Law of attraction is not a myth or a folklore or anything like that. It's a telepathic connection between you and the thing you want to get done. Sometime you must have seen that you are looking at the phone, that it might ring or somebody will call me, and suddenly it calls. You're thinking about the person, it calls. And you say, oh, you, my God, you got to live 1,000 years or 100 years. See, my friend, that's a telepathy connection you have just established with that person, and he immediately called you. It is not any coincidence or science or pseudoscience. It's a pure science of telepathy. People used to call each other or talk with other people with this knowledge in the ancient time. It is our main basic communication language, more like the Wi-Fi of these days. But it does exist with the people with the sharp mind. These days, we have too many thoughts in our mind, and that's why we lose it, the control of telepathy. Or the second way of how it works is directly ask like a boss. How your boss in your office says, I want this work done. I don't know how you're doing. And you have to do it. And your boss get what he wants. This is purely a law of attraction. He won't be having you in his office for the assignment of the work if it is doesn't work that way. He was having a notion in his mind that today I need to get this work done by this person because he is best in that work. And same person arrives at him in front of him, and you talk and give your wish over him, and he has to complete it. Ask directly like a boss. As I just said, the baby never asks, he just cry, and you provide everything you understand as you understand its needs. Like when you don't know what exactly he want. So first you check his clothes, whether he has done something wrong in that. And secondly, you feed him. Or like my parents, they have proper timing about the food. So just if I cry, they just know that yeah, it is mainly because I've done something in my clothes when I was a little boy. So for the food, they have proper timing. For other things, they know the cry may come. Or if I want to sleep, I used to tell them I am not able to sleep, make me sleep. So my father has to make me carry in his arm for like 3 hours to just make me sleep. So that's why I say I'm born with a silver spoon, and I have a make proper use of this law of attraction throughout my life from the moment I born. Now, what you should do after you make a wish, you should wait patiently to get it done. If you do not wait, what will happen? And you start making plan how to get it. You might lose the focus on what you want. You will focus more on what will be happening with you. You will start focusing about the plan rather than the end result. Most of the time, to make the wish to happen, you need to stay on the wish only. You should not make how it comes. You want a car, say Mercedes, just wish for a Mercedes car. Never wish for how I will make the money, how will I get in the process of getting the car, how will I get till that stage, what I have right now. Those all things are goal setting for you to achieve it yourself without making a wish. If you want law of attraction to work for it, make it work. Let it work. Let it takes its own time. Do not make plan out of it because your focus will shift to the plan instead of your wish. Now, I will like to ask anybody, do anybody here wish to see a 1,000 rupee coin? Right now, right away. I can make it happen. 1,000 rupee coin. Anybody? You can raise your hand or you can just type in the chat yes. Anybody want to see a 1,000 rupee coin? Mohana says want to see. Sir, here is the 1,000 rupee coin. It clearly says 1,000 rupiah. I didn't say which country it is. It belongs to Indonesia. It's a valid currency. This is how it happens, sir. If you wish something and you do not give time, I can make it happen, but then it will be a bluff from my side. Or you might see, Arey, this guy is just bluffing, he's tricking us. But you wish to see it right now, right away. Indian currency doesn't have a 1,000 rupee coin. So I can make it happen in any other currency if you want. Some people say, I want to earn like 2 crore for my next seminar. And what happens? They get the next seminar in Vietnam or in Iran, where the currency value is 1 is to 300 and 1 is to 600 rupees. So they get the money in thousands, but it actually convert to crores. And you're getting a currency value of crore rupee for your next seminar instead of getting the same thing in Indian rupees. So be specific where you want it and give time for it to happen. Do not plan accordingly. And the main thing what you need to do with that is reject your first wish if doesn't suit your parameters, because nature have a very much idea about to get it fulfilled as soon as possible. So it will play with your own words, just like how I played with your words. Though I introduced that words to you, but I made it fulfilled. I kept my word. I didn't say I will show you in Indian currency. I just said I will show you a 1,000 rupee coin. And with that, I say, my friends, everything you wish want to happen, provided no one else wish interfere with it. What does that mean? When you wish for something and somebody else is also wishing for the same thing. Like today, I was having a slot difference with somebody else also. Somebody else also want to do the session today, but I want this date and this particular number of date trend, like 694 number to be mine. So I clearly said, sir, Mohana sir, I won't be able to give on the next day. I really need this day. And I get the day. You need to be very specific. No? I got the choice for the second day also. I would have taken the other day. But the number suits me. The total comes to 1. I want the number 1. I don't want the number 2. So I chose the day. And when I got the choice, I would like to tell that also. When I got the choice, I was having confusion in the mind. Should I do on Monday or Tuesday? And immediately I got a message from him. Sir, can you do on Tuesday? And I got more confused there. I lost my focus today. or I am getting a surprise visit, or what is it like? So I completed the whole task in my mind within 5 minutes, and I said, "Sir, give me today's slot only. The total count comes to the proper number that I want." And it happened that way. The other person took the other date. So anything you wish, it interferes with others' wish. So it may happen, it may not happen. So that time you need to have a strong willpower. One more incident I would like to share in that context. If you go to a certain place, a bar or restaurant or any other place where you see that if a lady comes in, beautiful lady comes in, you see that you have a seat next to you empty. Now you like the lady to come and sit next to you. But suddenly in that same area, you see another person who is having an empty seat next to him, and he also wishes the same. Now there's a third person who is wishing the same, and you all have the similar personality. Then you will see a fourth person having a worst personality ever, or let's say he have a lesser personality than yours or all the three combinedly, and he also have an empty chair next to him. The lady goes and sit next to him. Why that happens? Because all the three of those people who were wishing her to sit with them suddenly lost focus and see to the guy who was thinking, who they are thinking is out of their league, but their focus lost on that guy. So the lady goes and sit with the guy whose focus they are having on. And this is, my friend, what happens when you have a contradictory wish going on around at a once for one single thing at a one single place. So unless you stay on your focus, unless you say that you are greedy to have it, and you accept that yes, I am greedy and I am lazy and I want it to happen all by itself. I don't want to get it done, my movement and all. I don't want to waste my time in planning and other things. I just make it happen to me. It surely happens to you. You don't have to waste your time, money, or your energy for anything else. But you need to stay focused on what you wish. My father, he wished to have a 2 crore amount, two flats, and locomotive, two locomotives when he was in the new to Hyderabad. So he just had that much wish around him that if I just have this much, it will be a complete for me. So for in the next 3 years, he got everything. But then somehow he got stuck on that thing. Why? Because people say that whatever you wish, you will stay on that. So then what he did? He increased the greed. He increased the amount he want. So later again, we got different things, different people. Now his focus is mainly on helping others, helping people, helping the society, and he is helping that way. He has no other focus on that over that. So anything and everything you wish, it happens only that way. Now comes to the part of the law of the wish. What exactly are the laws? Manifestation. Focus on one thing until you get it. Then magnetization. We attract certain type of people always. People used to say you have a pattern of people coming towards you. You have a certain things happening with you. You have a particular set of people only around you. Why it is like that? Because our mind attracts them. We are very much tend to attract people based on our liking, not their liking. Every mind have a certain type for them. It is like I want to be amongst the billionaires. So you'll attract the people who earns in billions, whether that's paisa or rupee or a status which compares them to be a billionaire, or the people who are entrepreneurs, because we believe they are the billionaires. Somehow we believe that, but it doesn't happen that way. Or you meet the people or the influencers around you, those who are connected with the so many people, their sum up, their coining comes to a billion. Now we have wandering desires is one of the law. It is because you have wished for something. Now you lost the focus or the connection with the wish, and the same wish or the same desire that you have is lost on the air, and somebody else catches it. Like how I said it for the startup company or anything that you wish to open, but somehow it got transferred to some other people or some other person because of the same idea. And you lost it because your focus lost while going towards it. You want it to happen, but somewhere, someplace in between, you lost the focus that whether I should get it or can I have it? Is it my cup of tea? So never doubt yourself about what you want. And the best thing that you need to do is stay in sync with the nature. How you want the nature, Mother Nature, to work with you, how you want it to happen with you. If you do not have the idea of how it works with you, you are not able to attract anything. In sync with the Mother Nature, what does it means? Stay open for any and every kind of suggestion around you from any and every kind of person. Sometimes we ask question to the God about psychology or something we are going through in our mind. Sometimes we just ask, why does it happen to me? And then you are listening a radio podcast, and immediately you hear because you deserve it. No, you will be like, I was talking to the God. Who is this guy? Why he's telling me? You have asked something. Be open to answer from anywhere, from anything. Even the sound of the tree comes such a way that it will tell you what you are thinking. It will answer you. Even the sound of air sometimes tell you what you are thinking, the answer of that. So be open to any answer that you receive from anywhere. That's called being in sync with the nature. Make a wish and stay on it. Wait for it to happen and let it happen its own way. Now, universal influence affecting on other living things. If you have a bigger wish, like I want to be a Nobel Peace winner, Nobel Peace Prize winner, that affects a lot of people, and your research should affect a lot of people in a positive way. But if it is in fact influencing too many people, too many lives, it will tend to happen very late because most of the people should have the same desire. Like the petrol price these days is going very high. If maximum people think the electric car or electricity is a solution, sooner or later we will jump to the electricity part. But if somebody thinks that there can be a cell or a battery made that can give you 5 lakh kilometer mileage or 10,000 unit of power or 5 lakh unit of power just by the single cell or the single small or big battery, that can also happen, but somebody should must be thinking about it to make it, and others are willing to shift to it. Maximum people are willing to shift now, so somebody must be thinking of making that cell. So be prepared to have that kind of cell in your life. So later we'll go with how to make a wish at the best part. Most of the people really know what they want, how they want, but they always wish. So the simple points to make a wish are: keep it short and sweet. Simple. The more simpler you ask, the more easily it happens and more fast it happens in your life. Second way is think it, ink it, and believe it. It's the most popular way with a lot of law of attraction people. It takes a lot of time and it is mainly for the bigger goals in your life. So best if you do goal setting with it, think it, ink it, and believe it, rather than making a wish. Because a wish should be of shorter duration to the exact point and short and simple. So it tends to happen very fast, effectively, easily, anytime, anywhere. If you're making a bigger wish, it will take a lot of time, You require a lot of patience, and you require a lot of focus on that too, because you need to stay focused on that wish till it happens. In between time, if you wish for anything else to happen or any other thing to be happening with you in your life, you might lose your focus, and that wish will get into the wandering desires, or it will take a lot extra time to get completed. So make it simple and short, believe it to happen, and stay open for it to happen anytime. Don't wait for one particular person to get your wish happens. Your wish is what is a priority, not the person. In law of attraction, we clearly says the person is not the priority who is getting it done. Your wish is getting done. That's it. Do not wait for the particular person. That person may be available at present, may not be available in the future, or maybe he is not available at present, he may be available in the future. So you need to give that much time to the person to come and get it done. So if you are not patient enough for that person to be available, make sure you don't fix a particular person to get your wish done. Finally, my friends, I would like to say that whatever you feel right now is what you're going to attract. Anything and everything that you feel will happen with you is what you attract in your life. We all have a certain pattern about the people, certain feelings about the people, or certain things happen with us during our early age. And the same thing happens to repeat its pattern again and again in our life. We just don't know what exactly the thing, what problem was, but it's keep happening, keep repeating, and you are not able to understand why it happens again and again. It happens because you are attracting it. It happens because you want it to happen that way. I'd like to share one of the incident that happened to me in 2010. It was a sad story with a happy ending. I met with an accident in 2010. My college bus ran over both my legs while I was boarding it. The bus started and I fell down, and the backside tire of the bus went over my legs. I was not even having a hairline fracture. Nothing really happened to my legs for me that same day. That what I thought actually. But in reality, I had a muscle injury instead of the bone injury. So my bones were very much capable of taking up that much load of a bus, which was full of the people. But my muscles were not that strong. So I had a muscle injury. My muscles got crushed inside itself, and there was not a single scratch on my body, just a small spill of blood from my chin, and that's it. So first day of this accident, happened in 20th July 2010. So on the first day of this accident, I was very much conscious, very much talking with people, and I'm getting the comments on the Facebook like, "Was I drunk driving?" or something like that. I was saying that I was just boarding the bus directly. I was not drink or driving, and it's a morning time, so nothing like that can happen that time. In that night, the doctor said, let's keep him for a 1 day observation. Let's see what happens, because the bus have ran over. People have said, his friend has said the bus have ran over him and nothing happens. That generally doesn't happen. So the doctor kept me for 1 night, and then later in the night, this all the disease starts happening. The muscle that got crushed started to accumulate in my lungs, because the filtration process of blood happens in the lungs. So all the pieces of the crushed muscle started accumulating in my lungs. And on the second day, on 21st, I was put on the ventilator in the morning. With that, each day it deteriorated my health. The senior doctor who was there on me, the pulmonologist, ran away on the vacation. It happened in the Apollo, Hyderabad. There were a junior doctor in that hospital who took over the case on third day, on 22nd July. On 23rd July, I was almost declared like one of my lung is fully damaged. Second lung is half damaged because of all the accumulation of muscle. I'm on 100% oxygen and of atmospheric pressure of 18. The maximum pressure a lung can handle is 22. On 24th or on the 23rd of July, on the fourth day, doctor were having an idea that should we declare him or should we keep him or should we try something new. As you can see, I'm alive, so they must have tried something new. On 23rd, the junior doctor, the junior pulmonologist, Mr. Mallikarjun, he took the case. He told my father, can I try one new experiment on him? I'm very new to the surgery and all, but I am sure enough that I can try. My father was having a clear focus in his mind that my son will go home with me on his legs when he comes out of the hospital, and he's not going on my shoulder or anybody's. So on that day, the junior doctor, he tried a new thing. He jacketed my body and he tried 26 atmospheric pressure to open up the lungs with a new medicine introduced, which we are using these days for our coronavirus surgery. That time, the medicine was very new. So he used that, and miraculously, my lungs respond to it. I got the breath back on 100% oxygenation at 26 atmospheric pressure. He tried that experiment, and I successfully came out from the dead part. But I was still unconscious. Now, the second part, when it happens, on the seventh day, they said we are keeping in on induced coma. They are giving me 12 morphine injection a day to just keep my brain less active. I was hyperactive brain person. My brain was taking control over my body in just 2 hours with the morphine, which should be given to one person, one dose a day. So that is why I learned so many things and so many other parts I do because of the hyperactive brain activities. On 7th day, he said that if we keep him on the ventilator for too much long, he might lose his voice. So you all can see I still speaking, so I didn't lose it. But he said that, and he said we need to do tracheostomy, like this. They need to make a hole directly through the throat and put him on the ventilator. This all things is happening. My father was very much sure that I will be going on my feet with him. I won't be dying that. Even the priest of the temple assured him one thing, saying that if something should have happened to me, it would have happened on the first day itself. If I am surviving till now, I'm not supposed to die. That increased his hope even multiple times. And yeah, it is a hopeful thing. If something should happen to you, if you are supposed to die, or something wrong is about to happen to you, it happens to you on the very first second when it is supposed to happen. It doesn't prolong you that way. Now, I was kept on the ventilator for 14 days. 14 day I gone. They said now he can get in the full consciousness. But they said my father that he might have a different notion about the date, or it's been 14 days he was kept in the coma. So he might lose the track of time. He might get panicked by seeing that he lost so many days. So he told my father to do not tell me what date it is or what time it is. But he don't know that I am subconsciously hearing everything throughout that coma part also. Because he used to come and tell me every day that I am a brave person and I can fight anything and anything can happen. Nothing will happen to me. Next, after 14 days, when I woke up, that time, one of the two nurses, they were speaking about the date, 8th August. It was 4th August, so they were saying in 4 days that Batkama festival will be there. So I got to know the date. So my father came and told me that it's just a 24th today. And I was like, I am unconscious. I'm not stupid. But just with a wave of my hand, that this is fine. Only this is the problem. Well, the after 4 days, they took out the tracheostomy part also. And for this also, a assistant nurse took it out instead of a doctor. They were not having a doctor to get it out. So a nurse said, I can do it. I know how to do it. And she did it properly. Doctor was saying that because of this tracheostomy thing, he might lose his voice. He might not be able to speak for at least 1 or 2 months. My father was like, nothing will happen to his voice. He is a strong person. He can come up with anything. And the same moment this tracheostomy part was removed from my throat, just in 5 seconds, I was able to say, call my father. I am very much attached to my father than to my mother. So most of the time, everybody know about that. Today, I guess because of the Tamerica TV, YouTube, most of the world know about it too. So on 18th day, I was shifted to the room. Then again, the same thing. The doctor said his lung might takes time to cure. My father's like, no, that won't be necessary. His lung will be very much stronger than a normal person. And yes, on 19th day, when they checked with the spirometer, my lungs were more perfect than a normal human being in their hospital or they have ever checked with any person. They have, to confirm it, they have scanned my lungs and they kept two reports of the 4th day and the 19th day side by side and asked a panel of doctors throughout the world, from America, Britain, from Germany, India, and other countries were all there in the conference, and they asked that, tell us whether this is the lungs of the same person. And they all were like, this can never happen. That to a span of 19 days. It take at least 2 year time. But that happened to me. In a span of 19 days, I was very much strong enough. Then comes the part of the legs, because no one was taking care of the legs. Bus have ran over my legs. No? There were no fracture or something, but still I need to walk. I was not walking for 19 days. So first day, doctor came. He called the physiotherapist. He did some exercise, make me walk with the stretcher. Not a support, not the stretcher. Make me walk with a support. The second day, I just removed the support. I said I will walk directly just by catching my father's hands because I'm very much confident about he will catch me if I fall. So I just took his hand, walked, and I was able to walk without any support in my second phase of walk itself. This all thing happened on 20th day. On 24th or 25th day, doctor was saying on 24th day itself, doctor said his chances of getting cure is much faster if he stays with his family rather than in the around the doctors, because his parents are more able to take care of him than us. And his case was miraculously happened to be cured so fast just because of the prayer of his parents. And as my father was astrologer and a Vastu consultant that time, he used to write an Hindi law paper. He have a large audience in Hyderabad who supports him, who saw him in that condition and have prayed for me. Prayer for me happened in most of the temples, churches, even the mosque, and even in the gurudwaras. So all kind of religion have prayed for me. So even God have to think twice to take my life away. Seeing that every kind of religion, every place of religion is asking for this person's well-being. Well, who is this kind of person? Who is this person right away, right now? So I'm very much blessed with anyone and everyone around me. That's why I feel everyone and anyone is my genie. And yes, friends, they all are your genie too. You just need to have faith on them. And on 25th day, I walked out of the hospital and have sat on my couch. Just how my father have imagined me going out of the hospital. So this is my story, friends, which I thought I should share with all of you. It's a sad story and the sad part, but the good part was the focus in it. What you think initially will happen. No matter what other people have said, my father that he should uh, think of donating my eyes if something happens and other things. He was very much sure to keep those people away from me, away from my room and away from the hospital itself. If somebody comes and asks and see his condition is so poor, let's take a photo and put it on the net and something. So he said he is a person who should see himself in a better condition always. So do not even think of entering his room. Do not even think of taking a photo of him in that condition. He should never know what happened. And yes, I peacefully completed the whole journey in my sleep. I never even know what happened. And the doctor, he started a trauma medicine for me after I came out of the hospital. He said he must be in the trauma. I was like, I didn't know what happened. The accident happened on the first day. That day, I was very much conscious. I'm going out on my feet. I'm very much conscious. Nothing is happening to me. Why will I have a trauma kind of situation in my life? So immediately when he started, after 10 days, I stopped it myself itself because I don't want to be in the guy who feels sad about himself or want to think what happened. But it happened, it happened. It happened, can happen to anyone anytime. Something are not in your control, but what is there in your control is how you feel about the end result of it. So anything, whatever you feel right now is what you're going to attract. So with this, my friend, I would like to say from tomorrow, I wish you can make your wish complete without thinking about how you want it to be done. Make a wish, get it done. That's it. Focus on your wish. Do not think who will get it done, how it will get it done, what will happen. With that, my friends, thank you. Signing off, Mohit Bansal.